5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
Oh my God, he's wandering around Canada in a big wooden room. I feel like Joe Biden this morning. I don't know where I am. I can't find my underwear. I'm all sticky and feeling gross. What the hell can I tell you? Happy Friday, everybody. You're on Live with Neve. We're here on the East Coast of New York, of North America, rather, and we're here in Highlands overlooking beautiful New York City and the Atlantic Ocean off to my right. It is a beautiful day. It is cold as a witch's tit. We are going to have a great show for everybody. We've got a great guest this morning. We have our usual characters, Sam and Irish, my co-hosts and people with the mostess and the hostess. We have an excellent musical guest. Good morning, Clarence and Nick. I'm sorry. How are you, Nick? You're lurking in the shadows. Nobody can see you or hear you, but I can see you. And we got a great musical guest. We have Nick Clemens of the Nick Clemens Band. You might have heard of his dad a time or two, but we're here to talk about him and his music. So we'll be getting with him in the next segment. And I'm glad you're all here. It's Friday. It's cold as a witch's tit. And I'm going to call around, ask Sammy down in Nashville, and we're going to talk to Irish in Detroit, kind of find out what the weather is, see if there's any crazy stuff going on. But I'm sure it's going to be nuts. Welcome. I guess in governmental stuff, there's nothing I really want to talk about other than circus as usual. I've got the popcorn out, and every day there's another news conference or something else, and I go, what the fuck? I've been saying that for 40 years, though, regarding politics. So if anybody's figured out the secret to our craziness, let me know. Excuse me. So I guess COVID seems to be sort of getting a little better. Several places, Australia and Britain, have gotten rid of the mask requirements, which is cool. I know, have you ever been in a bad relationship and they ask you to wear a mask? You've got a problem when you're having your pleasure. But at any rate, I'm going to bring up, speaking of pleasure, I'm going to bring on Sammy and see what she's got happening in Nashville. Hey, baby.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, no, I don't hear her.
Can you hear me now?
Hello? I don't hear you, Sammy.
You guys hear me in the comments section?
You're gone. Oh, my God. This is funny. I don't know what's happening, man. You're
Can
gone.
I do charades?
You were here before the show.
Yeah, I know.
Can anybody else hear her out
comment
there?
section hear me?
I don't think so. This is weird.
Irish says he can hear me.
I hear you a little bit now. What the hell?
It's so cold in Nashville that it's frozen the internet here.
I don't know.
If you guys can bear with us.
Check. I don't hear you. Somebody want to
moment.
type in and tell me if they can hear it. Kim, if you're out there in Radio Land, can you hear us? Oh, yeah, it's a Saturday in Australia.
Happy Saturday, Australia.
We got all these talks about Meatloaf dying and stuff, and I can't hear Sammy. Can you hear Irish? Okay, well, there's some fuckery on my end. Let's just see. Irish, can I hear you?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I hear him great.
I hear Sam. I hear Neil. Neil can't hear us.
Well,
this is fucking chaos. I love it.
Happy Friday, Murphy's Law. Something's always got to go wrong, right?
Weird.
Yeah, when in doubt,
Say it again.
When in doubt, just shout it out.
Keep talking.
I'm talking.
Checkity,
I'm talking.
check.
I'm walking. I'm not walking. I'm sitting. That's just insane.
I'm checking.
I'm gonna keep talking and go to perhaps Plan B. We'll see if this works while I'm sitting here. I really am sorry for
Plan
everybody.
B.
God, I hate it when this happens.
Good morning, everybody. How is it, Sam? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's so cold down here. It's
I'm going to ask
freezing
the
in
audience.
Nashville.
They can hear both of you.
It got like 9
Susan can
degrees
hear all
last
of
night.
us. So I'm going to assume the problem's on my end. Let's see if we can hear. I'm going to go ahead and bring Nick on.
It's so freaking
Oh,
cold up
he's
here. It's
gone.
insane.
I don't hear you.
We have technical difficulties in the air. Bear with us just a moment, guys. Neil
If
is
his
going
headphones
to
aren't plugged in, I'm gonna
take a
lose
look.
it.
You're cutting in and out. That's what's weird.
Can you hear me at all?
Say hello
now?
again.
Check.
Hello.
Hey, 1, 2.
You're way out there in the distance. Damn it.
Lose the headphones.
Okay. Well, we're going to see when he comes back. I'm going to try getting on the other line. I'm going to let you talk to him for a minute. You're going to have to just wing it. And I'm going to go on my iPad and join you from another place.
Let
Gotcha.
Neil teleport, and we'll hang out with you guys for a moment.
We'll see what happens now. This is going to get weird.
There's going to be multiple
turn this
Neils
down.
now. There'll be a
Because
Neil
it's
window,
not already
or
weird.
No, a Neil window here,
For those
and
of
a
you
Neil
watching,
window
this is
here,
what we call
or
technical
here.
fuckery
No,
that's going on.
Which way is these directions? So
Oh my
inverted.
god!
I
I
can't
don't know
hear
if I
you at
can
all, Sammy,
understand
but hang on.
Why is there so many Neils?
I know what we're doing.
Oh my god!
All right.
Waiting
Let's
for
try
it.
redoing this whole damn pony ride. So, everybody, look, here we are live with Neve. See, there's a cat. There's a computer. There's all kinds of shit.
And there's
Look
two
at that.
Neils.
Drums, madness, guitars, frenzies. All right.
I don't know if he's
Well,
gonna recover.
this isn't my
Sam.
usual thing, but it seems to be working. Hi.
Can you hear us? Can you hear
I
us?
hear
Can you hear
you.
us?
Hi,
It's
Neil.
wonderful.
We heard you the whole time. There was two of you at one point. It was disturbing to think that there was two of you. You know,
That is a disturbing thought.
I
was
don't
an
know. I don't know if the
angelic
world can
echo.
handle it.
It was nice.
Well, God, I feel a lot better now that I can see what the fuck's going on with y'all. I think our guest just decided he's had enough and he's bailed out on us. All right,
Either
now
that or
we
he's
can kind of.
going to somehow or another pop up into the Canadian
In the frame,
green room
like
that you had.
randomly pop in.
I'm going
I
to
would
remove him
crack
from the
up,
stream for a minute.
actually. I would have lost it. I would have had to fall off camera laughing.
No, I would have.
So tell me,
traded this in and just like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
So what are you guys doing this weekend?
Oh, fuck. Sam, what are you doing this weekend, my dear?
Everything. It's my first
Everything.
week back on college campus. Like, on ground, classes are happening. I'm in a million different things. I've got music going on. New song coming out, new music video dropping. So I've got a lot of prep work for that this weekend. And yeah, I'm everywhere. How are you guys?
Good, good. I mean, you know, it's the life of a carpenter. I get up in the morning, I swing a hammer, I pick things up, I put them back down, I tap them to the wall. I hope that they're level. At the end of the day, it's all good. I make money.
Hell yeah. So it's all about, man. Got to make some money. Being broke or being poor, I've done both. I'd say being broke and poor is not as good as having a little money in your bank account.
True story.
True that.
Definitely
Yeah.
tough out there. So I'm still fooling around, fiddling with my setup here, but I think we're off to a beautiful beginning this morning. I see lots of you out there. Juke, Deborah, Kim Pease, all the usual suspects. Hi, Susan. Glad you're here. Kim's freezing
Susan
her
and
ass.
Pete are on call.
It really is, Kim. It is definitely colder than a well digger's ass.
How about your town, Sammy? You got a bunch of snows still, don't you?
It's finally starting to kind of melt. I mean, it got 9 degrees last night, so everything just froze over again. We're like slowly freezing over in Tennessee. I don't know if we're gonna make it till spring. It's cold. Nashville doesn't deal with snow, so we've just been like in a series of panic for like several weeks now. So
Gotcha.
I don't
What
know, we
about
still
you?
grill
You're up in-
outside in this shit. That's just, we don't care.
yeah.
So,
I mean, all is well. I mean, the weather sucks. Obviously, the COVID stuff has been problematic. I mean, the beautiful thing about working by myself is I don't have to worry about that shit so much. I had to deal with a couple random squatters in an apartment complex this week, but
Nice.
what do you do, right? Hey, how you doing? Do you live here? No. Well, yeah, the owners kind of want to renovate this, so yeah, but I live here. Fuck my life.
Wow. And
Kind
aren't
of a
there
bummer, man.
squatters'
I feel bad
rights?
for the people, It's always sucks getting
Is that
tossed
a
out of your
thing,
crib.
guys?
But gosh.
Do you
Oh
guys
yeah.
is that a thing though, guys? Like squatters' rights? Like how I've never
Yeah.
encountered a squatter. Like I
It's
don't know
weird, right?
how you
Because I
deal
mean, the
with
first thing
that.
you have to do is like, oh, okay, what am I dealing with here? Do I have a guy with a gun? Do I have a guy with a freaking heroin needle?
Right. Yeah.
What do I have in front of me? But most times, man, you hear the stories of people that have either had medical issues or mental health
Right.
issues, and they don't have anywhere to go. It's fucking cold outside, so
Yeah.
Yep.
they survival instincts kick in. They go into these places that are vacant, and they do the best they can to survive. What we do is we try to find a spot for them.
That's
Mhm.
good.
But you can't stay here, but we'll try to find you something. Just don't freaking try to stab me or club me or throw boiling hot acid on me or anything like that, and I'm good.
Makes
It's
good
possible. You never
sense.
know. That's for
You got to be
sure.
careful.
I'm glad you at
You
least
gotta be careful.
try to help find them somewhere to go, because that would be
Well,
my
it's not-
first
it's
initial
not their
thought is
fault.
A, okay, where can we get them that's safe, and B, how do I not get injured in the process of trying to talk to them about relocating them, because that's not a fun conversation to have with anyone, I'd imagine. That's wild.
No.
No, it's more times than not, like I said, it's people that have either had mental health issues, drug addiction problems, health issues that just put
Right.
them to the bottom, the very bottom lows that they can find in their life. So be nice to them. A little bit of sympathy and empathy never hurt nobody.
Yeah, and those folks get shit on all day, so it's truly appreciated because some people are just assholes. They feel like they need to dig on other people. If you're so lame that you have to pick on a homeless person, you're a shithead, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
care
a
where you
special
fucking come
place in
from.
hell for you if you pick on homeless people. I mean, that
Yep.
sounds stupid even coming out of my mouth as I say it. Like you should,
If
you shouldn't
if
have
I
to
see
say
that
that.
shit, I'd have to just slap somebody. I'm sorry, man. I've been poor at times and it sucked. And when people are getting on you,
Oh yeah,
I mean, what the fuck? But it's still a good world, man. There's a lot of cool people doing a lot of good, and
true that.
just be kind to people. Fuck, man. You get everybody all excited at Christmas. They all talk about brotherhood and fraternity and all this other shit. You see them down in the street, man, here in New York. Some poor bastard sitting in the subway, and people are rude as shit. I do my best,
Yeah.
At the same time, I've had some homeless people who are real assholes grab a hold of you and shit, and I just let them know.
Well, I mean, the unsung fucking devil of the day in this country is mental health.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You get these crazies
we
walking
live
the
under this
streets.
guise that somehow or another all people are created equal, and sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're born with mental health issues, and because we live under that mantra, we don't take the time to say, hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
Let's spend some time to figure out what's going on with some people who just don't have it as good as other people. And other people say, well, get a job. Maybe they can't function, and it's not their fault.
There's some people who have problems, and we throw them away, basically. So
that's really shitty.
I see we've got Deborah Norman's joining us from down in Australia. She's apparently sweating down there in the Antipodes. We had a guy, actually, were you here last week? We had the sax player from New Zealand.
Yep.
Guy was badass, wasn't he?
Yeah, and just one of those guys that you talk to, and you mind your manners just a little bit more. I get on here with you guys, and me and Sam will be throwing freaking shit across the room before it's all over. Then when you get up, you're like, I better sit up, watch my fucking posture around this guy.
I think it's an important part of our daily task is the monkey thesis slinging. People, objects, just go in full monkey mode.
Full monkey mode.
Yeah, I used to date a
that
monkey woman.
stretch.
I was about to say that was more of a, I'm tired as hell stretch, but I'm gonna throw.
I was playing it into the moment.
I love it.
So
oh my god.
So how's your music going, Irish? What are you doing about music these days?
Well, I happen to be working on a project with a local artist named Cash O'Reilly. He's been around the country. Some random bastards, my buddies from Michigan up here. We've kind of put together a medley of misfits and have now entered into it's something. It sounds amazing, right? But we all freaking drink too much. We all laugh too much. And it's like getting a bunch of 12-year-old kids in the same room and expecting some sort of production to happen. But somehow or another, it's happening. It sounds good. I'm excited for the project. Potentially another project forming. I'm not sure just yet. I got to find a couple more pieces, but music is forming. And as Sam knows and as you know, that is a good thing. That is lifeblood for people like us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well,
I'm also interested, Sam. So you back into school. How much school do we have left in this venture?
Holy Moses.
I know.
So I have 2 semesters left before I transfer to start working towards my graduate's degree. That is going to take me about 2 years, year and a half to complete. And then I have to take an LSTAT and get a certain score on the LSTAT so that I can apply for law school.
Right.
Yeah. So then I would do law school and then take the bar. And law school itself is going to take me about an additional 3 years. So I'll probably start entry level working in like maybe a library research position, because as with my associate science degree, I have a social science degree. I can actually work in a government library, like within the Capitol building, and help find legal documents and help research be conducted. I could work as a paralegal, but that's kind of boring. I don't want to do that. So, I can also work as a counselor because my degree is in social science as well.
Sure.
It's pre-law, social science emphasis. So probably going to work a little bit in drug counseling on the side with independent practice whilst doing music. So I'm going to be stirring all the pots.
That's great.
Oh, yeah. And for those who don't know who are watching, the very modest Sam Rourke would never point this out, but I think I'm going to. This is a young lady with a talent in music that could take her to great, great heights and doesn't have to worry about it. Doing one of the biggest, most pain in the ass things in the world, which is becoming a lawyer and trying to navigate to do the right thing by people. Hats off to you, Sam. You're fucking rock star.
I appreciate it. You're the sweetest, though. Seriously.
I
appreciate it.
Definitely. I
got you covered, Brian. I see you in the comments down there, Brian. I got you covered.
Guns and Sam for your lawyer.
I got the money, guns, and Sam. There we go. I'll be calling her from fucking someplace in South America, telling her I got problems.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
You never know what could happen. I mean,
if you're shooting for South America, then we know it's big. I'm going to need a bigger retainer.
Yeah, how other monkeys have problems down there if Neil goes.
Yeah, I got a pack of spider monkeys down there. They got on the lamb and causing some problems in the village. So it looks like our guest is having some problems. It's like tech nightmare day, man. Everywhere there's some kind of fucker.
Is the moon in a weird phase, guys? Is something in retrograde? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, what is the deal with all that retrograde bullshit?
I actually don't know. I'm not sure. I
don't know either, but when people tell me they're all baked out because of Mercury retrograde, it sounds like something's been hanging over my head since I was 12. God only knows. But
I'm about to take astronomy as an elective, and I slick want to ask the professor, but I don't know if that's an actual thing that I should ask the professor about, because I don't want them to think I'm a smart ass. Yeah, you know what I mean?
What question is that, It's like these people who claim that they're a Reiki trainer. You have problems in Jersey. Oh, hi, Deborah. Don't worry. We'll be gentle. I know you're an Australian. We love you guys. Any bunch of people who love to drink beer as much as Americans can't be all bad. And they got kangaroos. And I love Australians. They always fucking crazy ass like Americans.
My favorite family lives in Australia, Deborah. Like, I am obsessed and have been obsessed since I was at least 6 years old with the Irwin family. Me and Bendy Irwin are just like a few years apart in age. So like I'm obsessed with them and I watch Crikey It's the Irwins religiously, their new show. And
That was
I'm
the one that
eventually
got me.
it's on my bucket list. I am going to visit Australia Zoo. I'm going to go.
So I have actually
Absolutely.
been to Australia.
Really?
And let me tell you, it
I would
is
love to.
such a different, it's a different feel, man. Because we went down there, and
Epic.
so first off, the jet lag is like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then secondly, like, I mean, you go, I see Burger King, but it's not Burger King. It's called Hungry Jack's. And I go in there, I'm like, yeah, I'd like to have a double Whopper with cheese. And they're looking at me like, huh? And I'd like to have some French fries or some fries and some ketchup. Huh? They don't call it ketchup. They call it tomato sauce. And so like there's all these like weird little cultural differences, but the nicest freaking people. I mean, the cities are clean. They're just such a really, really nice people down there. The hospitality, and I held a koala bear, so it's cool.
I'm obsessed with animals, so the love and passion that Australia has for wildlife conservation,
Yeah.
it just absolutely makes me love every single thing about Australia. So like I'm good with it.
Absolutely.
And they have some of the cutest animals on the face of the whole free fucking world, and I want to cuddle them all, even though most would kill me. So
It's cool because you go into the zoos down there, you can pet. You can go into the kangaroo thing and you can
Get
pet
your
them. They come right up to
balls
you. You can
kicked
feed them.
in.
No, they're neat little critters, man. When I
want to hold
when
a
I
koala
held
so
the
bad.
koala, when I
Oh
held
my
the koala,
God.
they have a stink gland on them, that
Lovely.
marking gland,
yeah.
and it got on me. And when I put them up, I was like, "What the is that smell?" And then we get in the cab, and everybody's just looking at me like, "Did you shit your pants?" I'm like, no, I swear to God, I did it.
That's
it's not me.
hilarious.
But
Dude,
yeah,
I would love to
great
hold a
spot. You'll love
koala.
it.
I
You'll
don't
love it.
care. They could give me stinky. I just want to hold one.
They're a neat critter, man. You do realize though when you hear them on their roars, and then you see their claws that are this long, like this thing could probably fuck me up if it wanted to. I'm gonna be nice
Oh,
to it. It's
man.
nice, cute
Hell
little
yeah.
monster though.
He's all muscled up. He looks like he goes to the gym with you, man. The thing crushes fucking milking buckets made out of stainless steel.
Yeah, they're a neat little critter, man. When Steve Irwin passed, man, when Bindi Irwin got up there and delivered the eulogy, that was one of those ones that dropped me. I was just sitting like,
Oh yeah,
I
me
can't.
too. My
And he
kids
was my
love
guy,
that
man.
show.
Steve Irwin was one of the most unique, original human beings, man. Heart of gold, animal advocate, man. And he's missed. He's missed.
He was the goat.
He was.
He was the goat.
He really was.
Wow. We're almost
And a
up
surfer.
to a
Who'd have
break
thought?
time. We got about 3 minutes. I'm not sure where our guest seems to have gotten alienated and into there's some technical fuckery affecting Florida, I guess. He's
Lost
down in
into
Florida.
the interwebs.
Fuck.
But so anybody?
As long as you have this one right here, you always got a show. Look at that face.
I know. Look at this. What a great crew.
Absolutely.
We have Deborah Norman. Tell us, where do you hail from in Australia, Deb? She's commenting here.
Susan's been to Australia also.
One of our friends from down in the Antipodes. So tomorrow we have a great drummer coming on the show. He is talented, charismatic, makes lots of money, all the things I am not. Anyhow, he's doing great out there. And we've got a drummer here. Actually, there's drummers in the house.
Two
Let me
of
ask
us.
you, Sam, can you whack on a drum kit? You have
I actually
skills?
can whack a drums kit.
I bet you can.
I likes to wax drums sometimes.
It doesn't feel good.
It does.
Oh.
I do enjoy it. It's fun. I don't have the mental dexterity to do it for a long time.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I do ever. So can I tell you? I like to hang around with musicians, so I just do it when I need to.
Yeah, I mean, I have a profound love for drummers, though. I think that what you guys do is like the coolest. And the drummers that can play with their whole body are the ones that like impress me the most. Like, if you're not coming like this far off the seat all the time, I don't want to play with you.
Yeah.
So
That's me. I have fun when
Yeah.
I'm doing it. My feet are going crazy. I'm going crazy, and everybody's just looking at me like this guy's a fucking nut.
Looking
And
like,
they
oh,
may
what's
be,
his name
for all
from
we
Step
know,
Brothers?
They could be right.
You guys remember this?
Prestige Worldwide, baby.
You ever seen that movie, Neil?
Which one?
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
No, I have not.
Oh my god.
Oh
you
my
gotta watch it.
god. You gotta watch it, dude. As a drummer, it'll like make your life, and it's straight up your like level of humor. It is up your alley,
I'll have
dude.
to
It's
check it
so
out.
good.
And the crazy thing about it is,
Here
what's
he
his
is.
name?
He's back. All right, man. We got Nick in the house.
There we go.
All right, good deal.
He's out in Florida wandering around outside some condo somewhere. I'm going to bring him on while he's sitting there. There he is. Let's see what you do. Nick. Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
Slow.
What the fuck?
What's that?
This is getting weird, man. I'm telling you.
It's the waves, man. You say
The
COVID,
Twilight
and everything,
Zone.
everything gets sick.
I think it's COVID, man. It's blame somebody. It's Trump's fault. Fuck it. I don't care. There he is. Oh, he's back. He's gone.
It's the
He's
new
back. There he
variant that
is.
affects your computers. It affects your television sets. It affects your freaking livelihoods.
I see him on the thing, but it's not picking up. What is going
The
on?
black
man?
screen of death. No.
There he is.
There we go. We're loading. There we go. We got a wheel spinning. He's trying to come
Turn
through.
off this TV, man. It's fucking.
What is going
Weird.
on today?
I hate the wheel of death. It's like right up there with freaking diarrhea.
The black screen of death usually means that there is a connection issue.
Yes, it does, and that sucks.
That's no
'cause,
good.
All I can say is if it doesn't work out, if the man can't make it, we'll definitely have him back because I know we got a lot to talk about. For those of you watching,
sure.
we're waiting on Nick Clemens. He'll be
Yeah, I
with
wanna
us
meet him.
hopefully. He's broadcasting to us from down in Florida, and God only knows. How can Neil Peart do an 8-minute drum solo? Well, actually, Brian,
it's a lot of cardio. Actually, people
he does a
underestimate.
20-minute drum solo. No, I'm kidding.
Yep. When he did the solo during the live YYZ, that was just that's one of my favorite songs to drum. And then when he put that solo in it, I actually learned the drum solo, not lick for lick. I threw my own little nonsense in there, but it was
right.
YYZ is just one of the funnest
Greatest drum songs
ever.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well,
I like Dream Theater.
We're
and the drummer from them.
10:32.
Oh,
We're gonna just
Mike
take-
Portnoy's a monster.
Oh, he's a tremendous drummer. Absolutely.
What
We're
were you
gonna
saying?
have to do a quick break, guys. We'll be right back, live with Neve.
We are the Stone of Atlantis, and you are tuned in to Live with Me.
Hi everybody, this is Donna Frost and I'm live with Neve. See you soon.
We are the Stone of Atlantis, and you are tuned in to Live with Me.
Hey there, it's Kevin Sorbo here, and you lucky people, you are live. You're live with Neve or Neve or Neve. I don't know. I can't say the dude's name. Anyway, you're on live with him, so I don't know. I guess that's a pretty good thing.
Zap! Here we are.
Neve.
I love that.
Neve.
That is great.
Neve.
Neve. Hi, Neve.
Little Neve. That's
My
funny.
side Neve. Ooh.
Oh my god. Kevin Sorbo was a surprising, interview. He was he's just a really cool guy, man.
He is. He's
I like
absolutely,
Kevin.
being Hercules, it's good,
Yeah, I can relate.
Definitely. Yeah, you go, man.
Gun
I can
City.
too.
What?
Gun
Back
City.
to the gun show? What?
Yeah. It's funny. I noticed your tattoo goes all around your arm. I have to poke fun at an old friend of mine. He went and got the barbed wire tattoo that every dork in fucking rock and roll had back in the 90s. The barbed wire with the little blood coming out of it. You know, it's like, why you're trying to be like a nonconformist by getting a tat, and then you get something that's ultimately conformist as shit. Kind of goes against my thing.
Mine are actually animals. So on this arm here, if I can get it lined in, it's tigers. I got tigers all around this one with my eagles. This one's all wolves.
That's cool.
What I did is I themed it around endangered species. So every tattoo I have is an endangered species, and I won't forget.
I bet. I know he didn't get his finished because it hurt too much on the inside. So
that hurts, yeah.
He had like a gap. I was like, "You're so lame,
that's a rough spot.
Ultra lame."
Like the kneecap, that one hurt.
Yeah.
The kneecap was one of the ones like I felt like somebody was dragging me down the road on really hot pavement.
Yeah, that would be bad. So Deborah said, "How do we say tomato?"
Tomato.
Tomato.
Do you say tomato?
We say mater. So
taters and maters.
Yeah, we say mater.
Can you say mater? Pater?
I love mater.
Bader? Can you say that's special? That's a funky word.
And we call what other people call soda pop.
That was the other thing
Goes
in
the
Australia.
weasel.
I asked for a pop, and they were like, "We say soda." I'm like, "Oh." I had to have my etiquette adjusted.
How Deborah came to find our humble show.
She says, "Ew."
I don't know how we scared her already. I mean, we haven't even really gotten up to speed yet. We've been pretty well behaved this morning.
Yeah.
Right? What's
I don't know.
going
I just
on?
wasn't feeling like my usual demented self this morning. It must have been all the fuckery with the tech stuff happening that
very possible
got me sitting here waiting for what shoe's going to drop now, you know?
Right.
Could get weird, you know?
It's been one of those mornings.
I don't know, Colombian drug lords kick in my door and rope down the house, snatch me off the show.
And Brian says, "Here we go with Sling."
I'll bring you back.
It could happen. I'm really lucky that today my neighbor is not home. For all of you watching, as you know, sometimes we have an occasional neighbor intrusion, which is fun because I'm going to get out and smack the shit out of my drum kit after we get off this show today.
Nothing like living next to a drummer.
My drum set put up because it scares the bejesus out of my cats, and I can't do it till I feel bad.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking about buying an Alesis electronic set just to have something to play in the house.
That'd be nice. Yeah,
they're pretty cool.
They're nice. I like the super NOS kits that have the feedback and stuff.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Well, I mean, they sound so fucking good over, the speakers and stuff like that. And Neil will tell you, they just don't feel the same. It's not like when you learn a certain way.
You get a butt kicker and mount it on your throne. It cuts all the low frequency into your ass. When you hit the kick, you feel it. It's a lot more like playing an acoustic kit.
Yeah.
Huh.
I also use a Roland keyboard amp, and it's pretty fucking loud. I mean, I can make my bandmates uncomfortable with it if I wanted to.
That's what we had our electric kit hooked up within the band room, was just a Roland piano amp.
Yeah, that's what I use. It's a Roland kit. And it's not one of the new ones. It's it does what it does. I love playing acoustic drums. In fact, when I play a gig that's really important, of course, depending on the music, I'd use some kind of a mixed hybrid kit just because they're all different voices. It's like vocabulary stuff, I mean, I used to carry around a kit like Neil Peart and gongs and all that crap, but usually when I gig or do a session, I just use the regular kit. If it's metal or something, I'd have a double bass drum, or I might add. I can set up a whole big kit of vintage drums if I want to, but I'm getting old, man, and I can say it all what I need to say, especially when you're recording. You're talking about the essence of a song, playing for the song. Unless it's a drummer's album like Billy Cobbin, doing shit like that, you don't need it. I've never gotten canned from a gig for underplaying.
Yeah, you can get canned for overplaying though.
You sure as can, or you just get that one look, and then you think, I guess he didn't like my fucking 16 paradiddle fucking roll that I just did. And maybe fucked him up a little bit time-wise.
I mean, that's
do you like
thing. So,
Vegemite?
Sam, two drummers here. You're a primary vocalist. Your music is centered around your vocals. How do you navigate that? How does that like play into where you get a drummer that's a little bit overzealous? You got to say, hey, how do you
I
do
don't have that problem because I actually have to be told to be quiet. My voice, I don't know why. I actually have a problem with my dynamics. I can't sing soft hardly. Like I have to really be singing in a high range to have a soft touch to my voice. So when I sing, it's so booming. When you've got a mic on me, that sometimes people are like, you got to take her out of my monitor.
It's funny because when we've had you on when you first came on,
heard it.
Yeah, so it's actually the opposite complaint. That's the problem I have, and I constantly. So my problem too is it's coming out of me,
right.
And people get so mad mixing me live because it's hard for me to hear anything over me. So I have to have so much monitor of me in my ear. I have to tell them, I'm like, I need more me. I can't hear myself enough, and it's because I can't hear over myself.
Right.
I hear myself so much, I need more of it.
Yes, I know that sounds stupid, and people get pissed at me live mixing me, but
you know, it's funny because you're supposed to be able to sing low. You know, professional songwriters and singers, you're supposed to be able to sing low and with dynamics and all that. But I've had the same problem because I've got a big mouth. I'm loud, and when I sing, it's real loud. And to hit some of the higher notes, I have to get even more power into it. Because I'm not a classically trained singer. I can't sing those high notes unless there's some gusto behind it.
Yep,
and I know the engineers here, my problem is them having me bleed through the other singers' mics who are in front of me. My sound man's like, God damn it, Neil, you're so fucking loud. I can't. You're like blasting through Lee's mic.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that and you're playing drums also, so you have to monitor, kind of keep your breathing under control, because otherwise you sound like you're singing like this.
Exactly. And but that's sort of like playing horns. You have to keep a diaphragmatic pressure. Like right now you can hear my voice a little strained because I'm tightening up, but to hit a note, I mean, you can hear my voice. I haven't warmed up at all, so I'm not even going to kill anybody with any singing. But
mic placement's crucial for
I noticed
people with loud vocals.
When you first came on the show, that's the same thing I noticed immediately. I went, oh man, this chick would be great to record because she's fucking peeling paint off the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
You could hear your voice when you don't actually. Some people get weaker as they go higher and register, whereas you turn on more. You push it, and then there's more meat behind it.
Yeah.
And,
the issue too, like with my talking voice, I can't talk like if I talk soft, it's gonna be at such a whisper that you can't hear it. Right. When my voice is so husky, it's almost like have you ever heard Miley speak, like Miley Cyrus talk?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have like a very husky, like raspy speaking voice, like she has, and it's so thick. Like if I have to talk quietly, you're basically asking me to whisper because there is no quiet. It goes from like 1 to like 10, and there's no in between. So
it's like that set of headphones everybody has. It has like this shoddy volume.
Yeah,
it doesn't work in the middle. You just have to turn it all the way up and accept what it is.
Yeah.
Well,
what else do we got? What else do we got happening here?
Well,
I'm about to have to leave you guys.
Say again?
I'm about to have to leave you guys for the morning. I have a council meeting for school that I have to attend.
Okay. Well, I hope you whip ass at the current.
Did you see the comment here? So we know we lost Meatloaf. Anybody that doesn't know him, I'd be surprised. But the Kim Peace just said Louis Armstrong just died. So
Sam, I'm sorry, I'm talking to Deborah Norman. Deb, thank you. Wow, I'm pretty okay for a 140-year-old guy. We're gonna go to a break real quick, guys, and then we'll come back. It's just gonna be me and Irish running out the hour. Sam, as always, it's been a pleasure, babe.
Sam,
thank you guys so much.
I hope to see
Everybody
you tomorrow
watching, good morning. I'll see you tomorrow.
for Bernie Dressel. And who knows? I might have to ask you to give us a little sneak peek at something, maybe a little segment, but we'll talk about it after the show.
Absolutely. Bye,
Have
guys.
fun at school. We love you,
Sam,
Sam.
be
We're going to go
safe.
to a break. Here we go, peoples.
Hey there, it's Kevin Sorbo here, and you lucky, lucky, lucky people, you are live. You're live with Neve or Neve or Neve.
Like a melting flake of snow. This year, I won't be sad to see it go.
Hi, I'm Darren F. Flynn, a singer-songwriter from Ireland, and I'm on Live with Neve.
I would have said it couldn't happen here. The people we
All right,
Louis
all right.
Anderson.
So
Louis
here we are,
Anderson
man.
died.
It's just
We
the
got
two
to
of
talking
us.
about horns. I said Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, there we go. So, what's going on, man? Detroit, today's a slow day. We're going to just enjoy it, wander it out. Let's think of some good that's happening in the world today.
Lately, I have been. I've been doing a lot of basically work with, the case, man, trying to figure all that out, and so hopefully, through my awesome investigator Steve Crane, we will have some movement on getting the rest of this. And if it doesn't, you know what? I'm good with it. I'm good with it. This is the last attempt to right wrongs, and if they do, they do. If they don't, you know what? I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I just have a feeling. I go like this. The wind's blowing. Got a case.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We got to definitely start to look at some of this stuff and maybe, hey, guy's an ex-convict. Yeah, but who is he? Is he a good dude, man? If he's a good dude, give these guys a chance, man. There was another juvenile lifer case out of Oakland County here in Michigan recently. Girl named Barbara Hernandez did 30-some years, went in as a teen. She was basically pimped out by her boyfriend, and they ended up committing a crime. She got, if I remember correctly, she got more time than he did, and she didn't even do the crime.
Wow.
And then they gave her life again.
Holy shit.
And the Supreme Court of the state did the right thing, sent it back down to the trial court, said no. But there's a lot of these cases slipping through the cracks, man, and it's bothering me. It's something that all the opportunities that I've been given since I've been, I mean, granted, I think I've done pretty good working and taking care of myself. But, these guys deserve a shot, man. I mean, no person should be judged for a single act they did it as a 15, 16-year-old kid.
Yeah, there was 40, a reason why we didn't charge kids as adults. And I know these heinous crimes that occur, the politicians are trying to come up with some solution, but it's really just, it doesn't work the way they're doing things. I mean,
well, it's the one that dealing with politics, so as we know, especially in this country anymore, it's so divided, and there has to be a one size fits all thing because, I just don't think they function any other way.
No.
And it's not the right way to do it. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. If you guys can't work together, then nothing's going to get fucking done. And you're just wasting everybody's money and time.
The amount of money,
up with some cohesive strategies and planning and working together and say, hey, you know what? Instead of me bashing your ideas, let's say I like that idea. Let's go off that platform instead of just this nonsense.
When you're met with just a wall of
nonsense lately,
you can tell when people are just putting up a wall to blow you off, like the public figures and the attorneys and people involved in these high profile cases. And it gets weird, man. I mean, sometimes lawyers, they have a bad reputation. Sometimes they really earn it. There's some, really crappy defense attorneys out there just raking the money and don't.
Oh yeah.
They just take cases.
And they're tied into the politics as well.
Right.
It's we've come to a point, man, to where we draft 100 laws a week, but we don't take anything off the books. So it just gains and gains and gains and gains, and the next thing you know, we're living in a world of rules they're not even applicable anymore. They don't even make sense in modern times.
Absolutely.
And it's insanity how much divide is caused by so few people.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's interesting because Deborah's pointing out from Australia that women always get the shit end of the deal. That is very true. You have to ask yourself, is there some woman's privilege? If you're a guy, you could say, sure, there is. Women get treated a little less roughly, but at the end of the world, women always get the shitty end of the stick by guys who don't really like women, basically. I hate to say that, but
right.
If you look at
going into touchy subjects.
It is. Absolutely.
We've grown as a society based off of male dominant culture. So we go back 1,000 years, it was always kings and kings and kings, and there's a queen down here somewhere. And what we've done is we've created so many different levels of social belonging that it's just created this unfair thing to where people have somehow or another disconnected from reality.
We have to be careful. There are a lot of people disconnected from reality who they ignore science, and it's crazy. Where we're at now as a society is you have this small elite group of people who the technocrats who run all the Facebook and all these social media platforms. And don't get me wrong, I love social media. We've all got it. We use it. Helps us make a show. At the end of the day, though, if I looked at it for the past 20 years, and if I asked myself honestly, do you think the internet's made things better? Some ways it has. You have a disease, you can find treatment, you can find out information about anything. But really what it gets used for is just people to talk shit. They get on, they have a concept, and they believe it, whether it's right or not. People don't go to reputable sources. They read something on the internet that gives it immediate credibility. It doesn't matter who's saying it, but I would say, okay, they used to say video games cause kids to kill other kids.
And that's been proven to be wrong, actually, by science.
It was proven to be wrong, but I also know that there's other studies as well that are similar that do show a correlation. Some kids, they're not a problem if you assume that everything else is okay with somebody. Like guy who gets home from work, his kid plays Dungeons and Dragons or Doom. That shows how long ago I started messing with video games. And I haven't played one in 30 years, but I used to have Doom in my studio, and if I had a session that was really boring, I'd just sit and kill Nazi aliens for my time.
Right.
But prolonged exposure to violence, wherever you get it, in my opinion, and most studies show a correlation between long-term exposure to violence. Some of those kids who like Columbine, little bastards who pulled that, they were demented kids. You can take something good, and with a deviant mind, they can make something ruins out of it. They're just terrible.
Right. That goes back to, I personally disagree with video games causing anything or violent television. I'm a firm believer that children are a product of what they're given from
Absolutely.
parents,
The
from
nature
their community,
nurture
from their
argument.
teachers. And the old phrasing goes, it takes a tribe, and it does. And what we have done as an adult, society has been all pretty much about self.
Right.
I disconnected from the world. So I got to sit and I got to think and I got to watch and observe a world
Right.
from the sidelines. I wasn't in the medley of it, getting lost and getting the blinders like everybody else. Is it a gift? Is it a curse? I'm not really sure. But, these kids, and I've met a lot of kids that have done a lot of stupid shit when I was
Right.
in prison. And most of them just really want, an adult figure to talk to listen to them. Marilyn Manson said that about the Columbine shooters. He said, they said, well, what would you have told them? He said, I wouldn't have told them anything. I would have listened to them. And that's something that nobody else did.
Yeah.
And it was a powerful statement. And I stand on that. I think that what we do is we forget in our own search for our own, desires and stuff like that, that there are people that depend on us, and they could be living next door. Sometimes it only takes a minute to see a kid, throwing a baseball by himself up on a roof. Go put a glove on.
Play. I agree.
Go catch with the kid. And it's so fucked up now because some of the adults you got to watch out for, because he might be trying to fucking abduct the kid to sex traffic. I mean, we've really reached a point to where we have to rein this in. Yeah, I saw Meatloaf died. William, it was. I didn't think he was that old. They said he was 74 years old. His music is so. It's such a drama to watch his music. He got it. He got into it more than anybody in the game.
Absolutely. I mean, the guy is tremendous talent, and overcoming the adversity of being a big guy. People get a lot of crap for being fat. It's
yeah.
Everybody makes fun of the fat guy, or the girl. It's pretty crude, but it happens. The world's full. 74 years old. Okay.
It goes back to that bullshit that we were talking about earlier. Everybody has a reason to talk shit or degrade somebody else. Take a little bit of time to be nice to somebody. If you're in the drive-thru, man, the guy behind you is by himself. You see he's covered in drywall dust, and he ordered a cheeseburger, and he's behind you in the drive-thru. Buy his fucking
Whenever
burger.
that happens to me, I'm so thrilled. It's like, wow, that was really cool.
It's a hell of a
feeling to do the same thing. Pass that shit down the line,
Yeah, and I do it all the time. Obviously, I'm not going to pick up a party pack that's $90, but there's things you can do. You can give somebody a smile. You can give somebody, how you doing. You can shake somebody's hand. You
can just compliment somebody on their shoes or whatever. I mean, there's any number of ways to be a polite, person who's, doesn't come across like a creeper. So Deborah, I see you still here and commenting. What part of Australia do you live in? You might have answered, but I didn't see it on the crawl.
She did. I think it was Brisbane, she said.
Brisbane, okay.
Is Brisbane a part of Queensland, if I remember right?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm scrolling back up to see her comment.
Deborah, that's
do we like
subject.
veggie?
Being kind
Vegemite. What is Deborah? What is Vegemite? Oh my goodness! I have no idea what
stuff.
That is.
Ask her if she likes it.
Is it that powder?
It's this green veg stuff in a jar. It's like cut up.
Yeah, I remember.
Make me a Vegemite sandwich.
She's from Brisbane, Queensland. That's all right.
Okay. And he's back. Oh, I hope we can get him on. I'm gonna go right to Clarence.
All right, let's get him.
Let's get him on, man. Nick.
I don't know what's going on.
How you doing, man? Can you hear me?
I can't hear anything.
Oh.
We're having trouble today, people.
Yeah, we got some. Hey, Nick, can you hear us?
I can't hear anything. I'm back, but I can't hear anything. I lost.
We're gonna have to get him back on.
Yeah,
I'm here. Can't hear anything here, but can't hear anything. Can't hear anything. Can I hear anything? Can you hear? Here. Let me know what you want me to do. Let me know what you want me to do. Let me know what you want me to do. Let me know what you want me to do.
Hey,
he wants to know
what we're gonna do. We're gonna reschedule you, pal, because we got this problem going. But thank you very much for being there and trying to get on, folks. We had. Hey, Clarence, how are you, man?
Oh, hello. Oh,
I don't think you can hear us.
Okay, let's try this again.
I don't hear him now.
Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you now.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hi, sir.
Hey, man.
Let me see if I can get the sound working. Okay.
Oh, shit. It's a pleasure to meet you, man, even though...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I can't hear you guys, so I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Shit.
What would you like me to do? I can do... I know some sign language.
Let me do this.
Back out and I'm going to back out and retry it again.
Okay. I think what we should do perhaps is have you back on because we're almost to the end of the hour.
Yeah,
I'm not hearing
that's
anything.
the move. That's the move.
I'm gonna back out and
Pull
do it
it. We'll
again.
go back to it next
Okay.
time.
Okay, I'm gonna try this again.
Nick.
All right.
I'm sending him a note.
All right, we're gonna do this and come back. All right.
All right. Oh well, we got 5 minutes, Niels. We have. I'm excited for Sam's stuff that's coming up. I mean, I don't want to.
Oh,
We're definitely not going to break any bubbles, but I'm. Anytime she comes up with something new, she's better every single time. It's a treat.
I will just
to
tell you, I've heard the mixes already, like a couple of months ago when they were working on the record. But I saw the video. I saw some of the original like video shots. They had like a trailer or something they had done. It was great. The video,
yeah, it's
the vocals are just
it's a talent,
incredible.
man.
It's Whiskey, and that song is such a great tune. I'd make it my theme song, but it's such a sad song that
Yeah.
you know, I like my whiskey a little too much. For anybody watching, you probably know that. I don't drink anymore, but that's okay because I've drunk enough for all of you and a few other people. And now I send my share to Irish because he's got to get caught up.
Yeah, yeah.
You're behind the times, brother.
I think
24
I drank
years, man. My cumulative total's a little higher. Hence, my liver's probably ready to run away now.
Yeah, mine was knocking on me last night. Like, why do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. After the second shot, it just kind of happens sometimes. I don't mean it to.
Oh, I know. Jim, famous last words, man. It's right up there with me going, hold my whiskey.
Yep.
But,
oh, man. I tell you what, man, I've been, for those of you watching that don't know, I am recently a free man. And by free, I mean all the way free. I got no paperwork. I got no worries. For the first time in my life, I'm free. And I don't believe it in my brain. It is the strangest feeling. And I have another couple guys that are going to be getting out soon, and they're experiencing all the things that I did. And I'm so happy for them, man. They're out, they're working, they're doing good. I got one guy going to trucking school. I got another guy, he's felling trees at 40 some years old. And
right on.
It is it's cool to watch, man. It's really an eye-opening, almost religious experience to be able to see
I think
joy.
Watching people who've come through really bad tribulation and shit, and then they come through it unscathed, or if they're scathed, they find a way to be scathed and keep moving, because that's the bottom line in anything in life. If you're fucking getting messed up, you're getting your ass kicked, keep going, put your head down and keep walking, man.
Stand up, keep going.
Driving out west on Route 80 or 70, going through Colorado. I was driving one time. It was snowing like a bastard. And being from the east coast of America, I haven't seen a whole lot of bison in my life until I was older. Now that I'm, an old,
huge.
They're huge. But the cool thing is, you see a herd of bison, and this wicked snowstorm comes in. They all pack up and they all face into the wind. They just they hang out and do what they got to do. For snow can be coming down. They just do it. They're like, and that's, life's hard, man. Sometimes when I feel sorry for myself, I go, you just got to be a fucking bison, man. It's cold. You got to just stand there with your buddies next to you. Keep looking forward. And, for all of us who've ever had their ass kicked, whether metaphorically or physically or both, or business wise or personally, there's more to life than getting your ass kicked. But you always got to keep trying. And that's the thing most people fail their dreams in life. They keep trying. They don't change what they're doing, and then they'll get stuck in the same spot. But the ones who can adapt and go, you know what, this has been one messed up situation. You keep crawling forward, and just keep moving. I'm curious. I'm sitting here looking at Deborah's. You guys must try Vegemite, but don't put too much on.
I'll give it a whirl. I've seen it in the.
I'll have to buy some of it.
They
Everybody
have another
who's had
one
it
that's
tells me it's awful. But Deborah, do you actually like Vegemite?
They have one that's called Super Beets. Also, that's a real good nutritional drink, and it's pretty tasty. You think of beets and it's got that earthy thing. It doesn't have that in there. The drink itself is actually very good. Woo! You're gonna get
that testosterone and that all those steroids are just kicking in, man. I'm a fucking bony ass old man. At least I'm not a fat bastard, That's kind of fun.
Yeah, then there's that.
I've kind of been a fat bastard a couple times. And
I've been
it's
everything.
hard to
I've
get
been a
off.
skinny kid. I got real heavy at one point in life, and then I turned into an ox. So I've been all of them. But
Right.
what do you do?
Oh man, Debbie grew up on Vegemite. Wow.
I'm not sure
Did you
about
have
the
to eat
Vegemite.
kangaroo?
I will try it. I will
Is it
do a
Life
review
of-
on it.
Was it like
We'll
a
see.
Dickens novel? Did you have to eat raw mutton and stuff like that?
They eat kangaroo down there, I think.
I think
If I remember
I'd try
right.
the damn thing. What the hell? Throw it on the Barbie.
I ate a down there. I think we ate crocodile, and it was damn good.
My daughter said crocodile soup was exceptional.
Yeah, it was damn good. It was a lot.
She
It was a lot
hates
like
eating
that.
like
Yeah, turtle
gator
soup. It
tail
was
and all
super
that
good.
shit here in the States, but you know the Aussies have been dealing with it a little longer. They know how to cook the damn thing.
Oh, they're dangerous too, man. Those saltwater crocodiles. That's
Oh,
probably
you
one of
aren't
the most
kidding.
dangerous
Shit,
animals in
yeah.
the world, man. They're fucking nasty.
Well, guys, here we are. Unfortunately, we've come to the end. Our Nick will be back with us. We're going to
For sure.
reschedule him. I'll be talking to him after the show. And stick around today at 4:00. We have a rebroadcast of Live with Neve with Leland Sklar interview. It is an hour and a half. Deborah says they do eat it all. Excellent. Well, I have to run into all our friends down in Australia when we take the show down there someday. Susan, you ate it. I'm curious if Susan ate gator chips or something fried. That's typically, it's not bad if it's fried.
They're very good too.
You know, I've eaten rattlesnake too at the Rattlesnake Festival in San Antonio.
Deep fried rattlesnake.
That
I
was
had in
okay.
Arizona. It's good.
It wasn't bad. It didn't taste. I've had alligator where it was really not palatable, just to my taste. Tasted, yeah. But if you fry it,
A little mushy.
yeah, just a little kind of like, what the hell am I eating? I didn't like the texture of it. It's kind of.
I don't know. I eat anything. I'm a freaking.
Well, I
animal.
eat anything too. If I'm hungry, man, I'll catch a rat and barbecue that bastard. I have strong survival instincts.
It's like that movie, The Water Boy, when they kept cooking all that crazy shit.
Yes. Well, guys, happy day. We're leaving. I miss y'all. It's nice to have some new guests. Deborah, it's really cool. Jay, Wombat Stew is served up, but we're out of here, man. You're in too late. See you next time. We're out of here.
Tune in.
Hi, everybody. This is
Ah!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're live with Neve.
Thank you.